Right, hello, and we're here with Paul Sterling again. It's the 13th of October 2018, and we're just continuing on with some of Paul's adventures with the ocean. Now, Paul, we're up to about, on our list here, about K'gari, and it's listed as a World Heritage Site, and you've dived a bit there and about the sharks and such, the shovel nose. What can you tell us a bit about that, mate?
Poor old shovel nose.
Yeah.
In the early days when I used to go there, I would see dozens and dozens, might be, just paddling around the area.
Yeah.
They just sit on the bottom, just like they're.
Well, they're not dangerous.
They're not dangerous.
Tell the punters.
They're not dangerous. It's a little stopgap in evolution. They're not a stingray, and they're not a shark.
Oh, right.
But they're a cartilaginous animal.
Yeah.
And they tend to sit on the bottom like the rays do.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, the pros found out that they were worth money.
Yeah.
So they were hunting them down with somebody in the front with a spear gun, and they'd come over the top in shallow water.
Oh,
and just bang, 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 and just knock them off. And,
what do they sell them for, Paul? Was it fins?
I believe they were shipped to either China or Japan.
Oh, right.
They'd send them, I think they would gut them, and that was all.
Ah, right.
Snap freeze them and ship them out. So they must have been going through the fisheries or something. There's never any mention about it.
No, there's all these strange things that happen. Yeah.
And I got on to fisheries about it.
Yeah.
About not only that they were doing, but the method of doing it.
Yeah.
And yes, at least they came to the party. Then they said, no, that's a no-no. They can't do that. They went to just south of Elliot Heads, Kuna Beach, and somebody informed me they were doing it there out of the tin, and just shipping and they're getting about $1,000 a shark, full-grown shark, and they just decimated the stock.
Yeah, they were always around here. And there used to be some very big ones, I remember. Hey, they were well, like everything back in the day when it could grow before being killed, it was they could grow quite big, couldn't they, those things? They can grow about 4
remember
metres.
Once I'd just come back from the Triangle Cliffs paddling, and there was this fellow walking across the flats, sand flats, and dragging something. They couldn't work out what it was. So I come alongside to see what it was. It was a German tourist, with spear gun and all the rest of it, dragging this nice big shovel nose along. Yeah. And I didn't really get up in, but I said, those things are getting rare, mate. I said, they've been flogged to death and they deserve the right to live. I said, they're harmless. Yeah. And I said to him, why did you kill it for? He said, I didn't know what it was. So that was his reason why he killed it. Now this is the reason so many people kill things, because they don't know what they are.
Don't even know.
Yeah, so rather than sort of walk away and let it go, killed it.
Yeah, something big
He didn't want it. It had no use to him. He was a backpacker.
Something big they could get their photo with, probably.
Yeah, probably just got his photo taken with it.
Just it's that strange frontier mentality, isn't it? And it's very sad. But they're beautiful creature, that's for sure. But I know there's a lot of old photos of some very big ones around here.
I had one who's referred to it as a pet at Fitzroy Island. Oh, and whenever I dived, it was always just early in the morning. You would sit there and you go right over the top of it and just look at it, and it didn't take any notice of you. Yeah. And then all of a sudden one day, it just took off like a rocket, and never ever got close to it again. I'd say somebody's gone down there and had a go at it, and it's learnt that don't trust human beings. Yeah. They're dangerous.
They certainly are dangerous. Yeah, mate. But so the pros, that's exactly right. And then so generally did it stop then with all the how do they normally catch those sharks, or how are they allowed to catch them with nets?
Well, they didn't normally catch them because there was no market.
Yeah.
Once you go to market for something,
were they protected?
They'll fight each other to see who gets the last one.
Well, so really, are they protected too as well, the shovel nose? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
They should be, because there's so many wiped out.
Well, the mere fact that the scarcity of them now,
Yeah. And you touch on that the pro fishers were also taking stingrays the same way.
Yeah. What they were doing, they were catching the stingray the same way.
Yeah.
Cutting the tail off.
Yeah.
To make it safe to handle.
Yeah.
Because I found there was a tree on the beach that washed out with erosion, and on the branch of this tree must have been about 6 or 8 stingray tails.
Yeah.
Tied round in a knot, just in a row. And that's how I realised, otherwise I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Novel.
And they were putting them on drumline. One was there's a fellow down in Urangan somewhere, Hervey Bay, who's got this big frozen shark.
Oh, is that Vic Hislop's
yeah.
bloody
thing?
yeah.
It's an excuse.
Yeah.
And
bit more
they were catching them for him, a lot of them.
Yeah.
So he could use them to catch sharks. He was absolutely barking mad about sharks.
Yeah, I remember that, the big...
Hislop, wasn't it?
Yeah, Hislop, Vic Hislop or something.
And they were taking them out, putting them on drum lines, and catching sharks with them.
It's the same old mantra, isn't it? You see this, let's kill everything. God, yeah. And the media... The media hypes it up, and we just had that with the crocodiles, I think, in the paper here, taking someone up north,
Well, they weren't allowed to catch them that way.
Yeah.
In fact, if they're not, if they're not protected, they should be.
Yeah, they should be.
Because
always.
I had the greatest assortment of rays, with the shovel nose with them, the spotted and the cowtail. There was a huge variety. Just at the end of the creek, where it came into the bay.
Oh, where's with them? But on Fraser.
And there was a deep hole there. It's all gone there. The erosion has changed the whole landscape.
Yeah.
But there's quite a deep hole there, and you could swim in amongst them, and they're absolutely fantastic. They take little or no notice of it.
Yeah.
Now you hardly see them. There's no deep hole there, and they're as scary as hell as the one you do see.
Yeah. People attacking them. What do they normally feed on?
Shellfish and anything like that, anything that's on the bottom,
Yeah, they're really a bottom feeding thing,
crabs.
Crustaceans and that. Now you're saying that, I think the pros, and I mean there's always been the pros and the amateurs, but honestly some of the amateurs are as bad as the pros, the amount they take.
Yeah.
But you said, so they had been netting for years, and after years of meetings, powers decided that around Fraser Island was going to be, or Kagari is the Aboriginal name, was going to be a World Heritage Site, mate, and they would close the inlet. So how did that all go? Is it actually not enforced probably?
This gives you the brilliance of governments, local governments in this case, it seems. So they promised all the timber cutters that there were timber cutting on the island.
Yeah, all the forestry was on Fraser.
They would give them a job, make sure they had a job.
God, really?
So fishing had already been flogged to death by this time, but they gave them all a license, commercial license to fish.
Really?
Which only compounded the whole problem, and we ended up with such a ragtag bunch of no-hopers, and they had more fishermen than fish.
So
they were just there.
I remember that closing of the logging, because fair dinkum. So that would have been Bjelke Petersen era, I believe. Yeah, because there was it John Sinclair was the Fido guy, and he did a magnificent job to save.
And the council crucified him.
They
not the council, sorry,
the government. And he's still around.
He's still working, And I take my hat off to him.
And basically, probably wouldn't be Fraser Island without that man, because
they bloody near crucified him.
Because it was called Fido, the Fraser Island Defenders Organisation.
And that's why my cat was called.
Oh, right.
For two reasons. One, because of the stupidity of calling a cat a catamaran after a cat, and the other one that I was going to do most of my sailing to Fraser Island or Kagari, which I thought, well,
that's a novel one.
Makes sense,
bit of Aussie humour there. Now you're saying, so not all the small fish as well as the larger fish are caught when they net, of course. The whole area. So do they actually enforce the